is it that the West Coast labels and cliques overlooked this guy or missed out on this guy? And then I don't know what I would consider Dreamville, like, because obviously J. Cole's from the South, but how did the Top Dog miss this guy and you know, just the other cliques out there?
Well, I think something about Roddy Ricch is if you listen to his sound, he doesn't sound like a typical West Coast artist,
right? But you can hear the talent. So if I'm Top Dog or one of these other guys, I'm like, yo, we get that.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you a wild story. Me and Miki have this boy named Twan who told me about Roddy Ricch. Maybe when Roddy Ricch had like 5,000 views on his YouTube. Like, I'm talking about super early. He was like, yo, there's this kid, Roddy Ricch. Like, that's the first time I heard of him. And then we met him, like I said, a couple months later. And that's when we heard him. But I mean, people were on him. Like, if you're like really tapped into like the street shit, listening to music on YouTube, people were already like on him.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Even on his project before this, I wasn't fully aware. I kind of just knew about the one or two records that he had out. But we got approached when we had the store on Melrose to do a pop-up and a listening party for him through Young and Reckless. Shout out to Drama. And when we saw the turnout, I was like, oh, like, this is real. And surely enough, right after that, you know.
Who is he signed to? Because when I first heard him, I thought he was a part of Meek Mill's Dream Chasers.
He signed to Atlantic. He was signed to Atlantic, and don't quote me on this, but it might have been a situation where Meek might have jumped in later on.
Got you.
You know what I mean? It's like one of things where like, we're going to take over the project type, or we're going to like oversee it type of stuff, or by affiliation.
So they just play like executive producer.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that. Like I said, don't quote me on it, but just from the outside looking in, that's how it looks.
Got you.
And now more recently, he's with Shaleezy Group, right? And like a management side, I guess you could say.
And we got to shout out Kiefer too, man.
Oh, yeah,
Kiefer's like, he's one of his boys that he's been there since day one, helped put a lot of plays behind the scenes. So
Kiefer's cool as hell, man. I think he came to see you, DJ. I was there.
Kiefer,
good dude.
Man, he's
huge
that
supporter
guy.
of the Topanga location.
Sure, he's that guy.
But yo, you know what? We got to do the introduction for the episode.
I was gonna say,
hey, go ahead.
You want me to get the? All right, I got you. Welcome back to the MikiDz Podcast, episode 24.
Yes, sir.
Kobe number.
Kobe. That's right.
Kobe number.
Straight off MJ to Kobe.
MikiWAR.
And let me hold on. Let me give you the proper intro. Okay. We got the Rest Your Straw movement brand ambassador. We got the King. The one and only and official DJ for Dolla Sign.
And always making movies. There it is.
Now I have the drop.
There it is.
Movie.
The one and only Dre Sinatra.
Yeah, man. What up?
Yeah, I actually wanted to be in. This is the first podcast I've done, for real. I've done interviews, and like people asked me to do podcasts, but it had to be something like I was really like in tune with. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm gonna wait till Miki asked me.
I think you're the third guest we've had.
That said this is the first one.
We're 3 for 3 on discovering up and coming talent.
Podcast.
Hey, remember when you heard him first?
For real.
If you're gonna pop the cherry, you gotta do it with the homies.
Absolutely.
What's crazy is I remember playing some of our demos, like podcast demos for Dre.
Going to
that's right.
Yeah.
We'd take a couple, carpool rides or to different gigs, show love to the brother, and I'd play some of the stuff. I'm like, what do you think about this?
What was some of your feedback on it?
I was tapped in. I was like, yo, when I do my first one, it's gonna be the one I do.
Man.
One thing I like too is all y'all have like your own perspective. Like, I mean, like y'all very different from each other. Like y'all tight, but it's like, I know y'all be going at it all the time, just like the most random. Like, I like that though. You feel me? Like y'all can't agree and be on the same wave. Like, that's why I fuck with it.
No, it wouldn't be fun. It wouldn't be fun if we were doing that.
Well, thanks for being on, brother.
Appreciate y'all, man.
How's you've been on the road quite a bit recently?
For sure.
Can you talk about some of the more recent activities or cities you've been at?
Well, this year we was on the Chris Brown tour, which is kind of dope. Like, it's like my first R&B tour. Like, I worked with an R&B artist or singer, but it was like the first arena tour. So it's like, it's different from a rap tour when you go like with Future or something like that, where there's more male fans. With this thing, it's like every night, 20,000 girls screaming,
That sounds
girls
like a
backstage, moms bringing their daughters. Like, yo, this is wild.
Man, I'll stay away from that.
Yo, man,
That's
trust me.
trouble.
When you get it, I don't know if you're single or you married, but
I'm married. My wife right there.
stay away from the
Yeah,
door.
Stay away from touring.
We got passes. We got badges for you. Stay away.
That's amazing.
That's a whole nother podcast.
And we'll get into our weekend really quick. Danger, how was your
My weekend was chill yet productive.
There you go.
Yo, shout out to DJC. I was really surprised they posted my routine. I did a little 1 minute hip hop routine.
I think the robe should be your thing.
The what?
I like the robe.
I fucked with it. You know,
What
it was
robe?
funny because I had a robe on today too.
Did you not wear a robe?
Oh, the robe.
Yeah.
I wore a robe this morning, or in today's post. Yeah. That was real. That was like 7 a.m.
I think you
posting
should.
that shit. Like coffee and all.
I
Like,
don't know,
I was
a
like,
lot
I
of
got an
people
idea.
who
Let
wear
me-
robes for real, but like,
that should be my
I
thing.
think that should be your thing.
All right,
Danger
I'm
Bros.
not mad at it. But yeah, DJ City posted the video before that, and it got a lot of love. And I think I'm gonna start doing that once a week or so, because like we talked about these before, like we have a lot of good ideas, but we just can't play them in the club, or we're just not. We don't play them in the right club setting. So
Right.
why not immortalize them and just put them on Instagram and let it do what it does?
Yeah.
And I saw DJ City gave you some love posting the Avenue pics,
Yeah,
which is
There
where
it
you
is.
were Friday night.
that was pretty dope and random, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But,
Who posted that?
I'm not sure who
Daz.
posted it, but I know I caught word through the streets that almost immediately after I posted it,
Yeah.
an email was sent out to show some love because they were good pics.
Oh, dope.
So
nice.
shout out to Lauren Enriquez who shot the night. I called her up, and Avenue is just one of those spots, and I think I picked the right night because it got a little crazy without taking too long talking about it. There was a really big client in the building, and it was funny because I've been there a ton of times, with you, or like I've done it now a couple times every other month, and there was a big client. It was raining, and then like the minimums on the tables were not moving, like they were pretty high for a Friday night that was raining. And surely enough, man, like one of the spenders, brings out 5 bottles of 42, like,
Damn it.
and I'm like one song in, right? Like 4 songs later, another 5 bottles of 42. I'm thinking, damn, like who's going to compete, against this guy? And it turns out it's his order also. And so I'm like, yo, we're like maybe 8 songs in, and it's super hectic, right? We walked in pretty deep, and shout out to everybody at Avenue. They were cool, but it was very hectic to be hospitable. And then this guy goes, the client goes, yo, take a shot. So I take a shot. Cool. Like make sure he's having a good time, shouting him out. And then he hands me the bottle. I'm thinking like, bro, we just took a shot. He's like, no, that's your bottle. I'm like, okay, here we go. And then before I know it, end of the night, he gifted me 4 bottles of 1942.
How many did you take home?
I didn't take any home. I must not be the
That's
expert.
me. I take them home. Like,
Okay,
Might as well.
You're smart because
Yeah. I've heard guys taking them home.
but
What
here's
else are you going to do with them?
Here's a question I have. All right, when you have a spender like that, like I was just in Miami this weekend, and like you buy a certain amount of bottles, and they have to play this presentation music.
yeah.
Like, did you have to do any of that? Because like I was in Miami,
No.
I'm talking about if they brought a water bottle out, I feel like there was like bringing presentation, putting the music, and like it was throwing my boy off. So it's like, did you
Yeah.
have to do any of that?
So they didn't tell me I had to play anything specific. They didn't tell me like I didn't do like a Superman theme song or like
Yeah, because it
nothing
was like one of those.
Yeah,
like,
because
Yeah.
I hear about that all the time. And what's funny is, and I'm tight with the guys at the venue, and I didn't get any of that, but I was talking to the spender as I was going. And so when he was like, yo, it's my birthday, I'm from the Bay. All right, cool. So when like I started to fill that out, I'll shout him out, shout out to the Bay Area, and then play like Too Short.
blow the whistle.
Right.
Easy call.
And shout out to DJ D Miles because he played in Vegas this like baseline intro that Franny plays.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
From the music video.
Hard, yeah.
Yo, when I heard that at the club, I was
That
like,
shit was
this
hard.
thing builds so much energy. I had to hit up D Miles. And surely enough, it just worked out that this dude from the Bay, it's his birthday, and then boom, boom. And it just builds the moment.
Yeah, send that shit this way.
I got you.
Need that, right?
Yeah. And so it was just funny because D Miles said that Franny used to play it at Poetry, which is, I'm sure,
Oh, I remember poetry.
Legend.
Poetry was
I
cool.
got the DJ at poetry.
You got
Yeah?
the DJ at
No,
poetry?
and I did the dumbest shit. It was a hip hop club, right? And at that time, like the open format shit was still popping.
You play
I'm
LMFAO.
going in there with, I put this fucking playlist together. Like I had all the LMFAO, all like that Vegas shit.
Yeah.
When I got there, I played that shit. Rage, I was DJ Rage at the time. He's like, he stops the music, gets on the mic. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, it's a hip hop club. Freddie was there too. I'm like, oh my God, I'm sick. Like I'm talking about in the height, the prime.
Damn,
what are you doing?
You gonna learn today.
Yo, I literally learned that day, like, yo, don't ever go in with a game plan like that. I laugh about that shit to this day. Like in my mind, I'm like, this is about to be crazy. And it's like, no, one song in, stop that shit.
Damn.
I'm not playing none of that shit. Bro, that was a humbling experience, bro. To this day, like,
Had you been to that spot prior to you spinning?
I had
Poetry?
been there one time, but I'm thinking I'm gonna come in there with the Vegas. Like,
Gotcha.
I'm coming with that mentality.
Nah,
Like,
poetry shut down a long time ago.
this is a long time. This is
Yeah,
like about
like poetry was open. I'm probably gonna be corrected by some Vegas guys. Like last time it was open was probably 2009.
like 2009,
Yeah,
2008.
because I remember D Miles had a residency there, and Mega Man would play there every now and then. I think he had a residency too. But it was like the only hip hop club in Vegas. And in 2020, not 2020, Ice was like had closed right before them too. Ice was off the strip. It was yeah. You know what I find fascinating about your night was before we walked in, we were talking about friends getting tables and the minimum 2,500, right?
Yeah.
And when you told me there's a big spender in the building, or as they call them, monsters. There's a monster in the building. When you have a monster in the building spending that much, all the minimums go up.
Yeah. It hikes it up.
Yeah, which is crazy to me. And I can imagine it pissed a lot of people off. Like, yo, you just told me it was 1,500. Now it's 25.
So I'm not going to front. Like I had, shout out to Adam, like good friend of mine, of ours.
Right.
You know? And
happy birthday, Adam.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
And it was his birthday that
He spent his birthday with us in the back.
In the back.
Not even in the back, on the side.
Hey, don't get me wrong. Like, like I was trying to be hospitable for him because that's my boy. Number one, he fucked up by not being on time.
That's the worst.
Inland Empire guys,
That's the worst.
I mean,
I don't care if you drove 5 minutes or you drove, an hour.
Yeah.
Rell had a gig and he still showed up on time.
I was doing 85 from Malibu to make it there on time.
I appreciate
In the rain.
you, my brother.
rain.
You know what I'm saying?
Man,
He's a DJ, so he kind of understands.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, but Adam's a booker, so he should know too.
Yeah. We could get into group etiquette. My man understands it.
Group etiquette. Shout out to Sean
Squad
Harris.
etiquette. But the reality is, he made it on time and we got there. We were ready to go. And basically at 11:55, we're kind of getting held up because it's one of those nights. It's just packed. It's popping.
And
And
Avenue's not just letting anybody in.
exactly.
No.
They're gonna be like,
Nah.
what's up with your boy? Like,
Yeah. And I gotta look because at the end of the day, I get it. We get it.
No, for
you know what I'm
sure.
saying? Like
For
it's
sure.
a business and I understand how it's all gonna work. So we were just talking about it, like what the plan was. And I'm literally texting Adam. I'm like, yo, you're gonna have to get a table, bro, because this is kind of like it's a good night. And at the end of the day, like the venue comes first. I'm DJing, but the venue comes first, and so I'm gonna listen to that. And so we got in, and it was just packed to the brim when we walked in. And so made my way to the booth, and then it felt like almost immediately, like it just went all the way up, bro. And then it was a great night. Shout out to DJ Vision, who also pulled up. He came and checked in with me, hung out. And, we went from drinking house tequila to having enough 42 to like just do whatever. So it was crazy. It was a fun night.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming out.
Oh, yeah, man, absolutely.
for sure.
Appreciate you guys.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, speaking of Vegas, we were just in Vegas
Also true.
for Roll Podcast and Beat Source Holiday.
Beat Source, DJ City hosting.
Yeah, their holiday joint. We were out there for...
We gotta shout out our sponsors for the show.
We was out there for an
City.
eventful evening with flights being canceled and shit.
Oh my God.
I
That's
saw
right.
that you was like delayed for like what? 8
Bruh.
hours?
We were supposed to leave at 12:50, then leave to like 7.
I think our flight ended up being at
Thank
7.
God it was Burbank, and we all live near Burbank,
right.
so we just dipped out to get some food and went back to the crib for a second. But
We had
But
a
yeah,
very productive day together.
Yeah,
like
it was a quick,
bonding.
12
it was
hours?
a nice little bonding because we don't hang out like that.
Oh, man.
And even when we support each other, someone's DJing and it's loud,
right.
So
Yeah.
it was a fun
Did y'all get
little
lit?
trip.
Mike and I did, yeah.
The sober one.
Yeah.
And keep an eye on everybody.
Yeah, man.
No, but you know what though? Shout out to D Miles, because when he, like, not to say the others didn't sound good, because everyone was doing their thing, but when D Miles got on, it was like so dope and refreshing. It made me turn like, who's DJ?
Yo, speaking of that, I went over there and I said, because obviously when the rest of those Crooked and Never and all those cats was on, they was on the mic heavy. Right, as soon as D Miles came up, as soon as D Miles got on, right, it was silent on the mic. But he, like you said, the energy was on a whole nother level. So I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, why these niggas is not on the mic? So I walked over there, I got in Phenom's face, and he was like, yeah, come up here.
Yeah.
I got in Crooked's face, and I was like, yo, why y'all silent on the mic with my boys?
Yo, New York to New York.
Yeah. He was like, yo, chill, man, the batteries went out. I was like, yeah, all right, nigga. Like, and as soon as he got on the mic, and then
they don't know. We got history with D Miles. So we always gonna be looking after D Miles.
Like,
we always gonna making sure D Miles is good.
One thing I heard about that podcast I heard before, it was like a friendly competition. You had like going back with this thought.
Oh yeah, it was a big East Coast, West Coast thing. That it turned into just something else.
West Coast DJs got it, hands down. I'm not even trying to be biased.
Next time we do, you should pull up.
I'm not even trying to be biased, but I've been all over the world, you know what I mean? And there's certain regions where it's just different. Like California, Miami.
That's what I said. It's different.
California and Florida, we got some of the best DJs, period.
Yeah. And
like our transitions are crazy.
Right.
Yep.
And that was the thing on that podcast, with all due respect, even though there's 2 guys from LA and 2 guys from New York, like, New York side's a little louder on the mic. So, we gotta put a foot down.
But that's their culture though. If you really know about it, like that's their thing.
Facts.
Like they want to talk and slam records. Boom, boom. Play 1.5 bars of a song and slam the next record. Like, you do that in LA, people are gonna be like,
right,
what are you doing?
Yeah, if you
cutting the song off.
That's their flavor. And you know what? Those people that go out to those clubs, that's what they're used to. If we went out there and tried to do what we do, they probably look at us sideways.
They look like you're not playing enough records. Or
you're not moving fast enough for me, man. Come on,
B. Like people have told me that. I'm like, hey, that's just my style. Like,
actually, it makes me think. So you've been to Live on Sundays a number of times.
I was there Saturday, but I've been there.
Okay. So from their heydays to now, when the DJs play, how quick are they to be in and out of songs?
It always depends on the DJ, but like for the most part, Miami is a little bit better about it as far as like they're gonna let the song play.
They're gonna let it live.
They'll let a verse play if it's like verse worthy.
Heavy mic work.
Yeah, very heavy. Yeah. One thing I'll say about Miami is they stop the music a lot.
Right.
Like they'll literally stop the music and just
have a conversation.
Like
that's their reset.
Yeah. Right. So it's like, all right, that's cool. Like certain DJs can pull it off and certain can't. Like,
right.
It's like,
takes the right personality.
Yeah. And like, what are you going to come back with when you stop the music? You know what I mean? Like we was listening to some DJ and like they stopped the music and he came back with like the slowest song. It's like, after that, the party wasn't the same. Yeah. It's like you come back with a strong song, you can pick right back up. But not everybody has that presence of mind to understand, like, if I'm gonna stop the music, I gotta come with something that's gonna hit you over the head when I start the music back. If not, you're gonna lose the crowd, you're gonna lose energy.
What's prime time Live on Sundays?
Prime time, what's it, like? Nah, it's late. That's early. That's like
people are showing up around, like people are just starting to get to the club around 12.
Prime time was like 2:30.
Yeah.
2:45 because they close around 5. So it's like, by the time it's like 3:30, 4 o'clock, it's dying out.
Damn, that's crazy. But that explains also when people come over to LA and they're like,
and bitch about shit closing at 2
a.m. We're spoiled in LA. Let me just tell you that. The DJ, like, we're spoiled. Like, let's just say someone like me, for example, if I DJ from 12:45, the club closed at 2. If that. Maybe 1:45.
You an hour set, hour 15.
That 1 hour, you're going to go hard.
And
like,
out of towners are always so surprised. Like, wait, y'all closing at 2? Like, yeah, go home. Yeah. The fuck out of here. We're done. Like, you've had enough.
But for us being a DJ, it's easy because like in Miami, just think about if you start the night, you start DJing at 1, you got to go till 5 and DJ.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or if the DJ before.
You're definitely playing a lot of the same shit you played earlier.
This past weekend, you know what I'm saying, 2 of the homies were DJing and one of the opening DJ was a legend. But so at 11:30, 12 o'clock, he's going through everything. I'm talking about all the hits. And I'm in my mind thinking, damn.
Well, he saw that Carnage tweet.
No, for sure. But it's like,
he was like, yo, man, I'm with Carnage.
You're going to reset that though. Like, when he's done, you're going to go reset it. play a couple of songs. It's just like, all right, let's reset the night, and then you'll make it work. But literally, this dude was playing everything before 1 a.m.
Have you ever walked into a situation where you just felt like you had to just sit there for a second and be like, what am I going to reset this with?
Oh, of course. But when I'm in that situation, I try to get the DJ off as fast. Like, if he's running through joints.
Wait. Do you tell him, or do you just sit closer to him with your laptop
I just
open?
get the laptop ready and be like, yo,
you
ready.
good? You good?
Nah, I don't even just be like, yo, I'm ready. Like, let's go. Like, I'm ready to get it. But if you're a dope opening DJ, I'm going to try to let you go as far as you can. Like, until I see, like, all right, he's holding off. Like, I'm ready. But if you're a dope DJ that knows how to open, I enjoy it. Like, it's a science. So I was just telling people, like, it's important. The opening is just as important as the closing. Yeah. It's an art form too.
Yeah.
Like, if I open for somebody, like, I'm trying to set them up with the alley-oop.
Right.
I'm trying to go in there and just give them that lob. Like, but when they go on, you can feel it.
Right.
And it's like the same way. Like, there's certain DJs, when I DJ, I'm like, yo, this is what I want to DJ before me, because I could show up 5 minutes before and I know they're not going to burn all the songs. But there's certain DJs, I'm coming like fucking, you DJ 11, I'm going to be there at 10:50. Just in case. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So name a DJ or two that you do fuck with as an opener.
2 DJs and from LA, I would say Mike Danger and DJ Butch. Those are my 2 favorite DJs to DJ before me.
Okay.
Because like I said, we've done so much. It's like they already know what I'm going to do, and I know what they're going to do. So it's like when I come in, I already have the confidence. Like, they're about to just throw me that lob and just come in, kill it.
Like LeBron.
For sure.
So when you DJ in Miami, are you coming with the same formula that you would do at an LA club?
There's going to be a section where it's like, you're going to be in LA. Like, I'm going to play you these records. Like, I'm taking you to LA. But then being this Miami, it's a different vibe too. Like, I might play more Spanish shit, like a couple more vibes.
Yeah.
And then maybe a couple other Southern joints that I wouldn't play in LA.
Are you playing 60 BPM Spanish shit too?
Some of it.
Like what's that? The one go-to from Bad Bunny, it's like a 60 BPM
Yeah,
joint.
you're talking about like, what's that?
Chambea.
Yeah.
Oh, Chambea.
You run through like some of that and like they love it out there. So it's cool. But like you played in LA, you might have a couple people that fuck with it, but it's not the same reaction.
Yeah.
But I just try to go into everything with a different feel. Like, I have like a foundation, but then if I'm going to Miami, there's a little piece. I'm going to UK, there's something else. It's like, there's going to be like the foundation and all the little swag around it.
Yeah. When you go to the UK, do you feel like you're trying to do what you do in America, or do you feel like do you feel like I can play more music and different music because these people are open to older music and just 128 BPM stuff even? You know what I mean? Are you really stepping out of what you normally do in America?
When I go to London, it's like I'll tap in more to like the grime and that, because I really actually like
So you got a little grind crate. I'm grind crate.
Yeah, like grind, and even like some of the African music, like, because I really fuck with that music. So to me, I'm looking at like as an opportunity to go play this music I like, where they're gonna appreciate it. Like, and I'll come home, I'll be excited. Like, I might find 3 or 4 records and come back home, be like, hit them in Hollywood hard.
Yeah.
So it's like, I have that mindset where it's like, I want to give them a little bit what they like, but like I said, I want to have them know, like, this is what it sounds like. If you come to LA and you come to Penthouse Avenue or whatever the club and you hear me DJ, this was going to sound like.
Yeah.
So I try to hit them with that, just a little bit of both.
Do you feel like LA is like far and beyond when it comes to like new music, or is that just kind of, because I've come to...
That's just us or is that us in our bubble?
Right.
It's 2 different crowds though in LA. You gotta understand, like, there's the 9 to 5 crowd, right? Which is like the Monday through Friday. People that maybe go out like...
Weekend Warriors.
The Weekend Warriors. Right. They go out Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You play certain songs, they might not be hit, but then we do like the urban stuff is like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, where like they want to hear all the new shit.
Right.
The Weekend Warriors, they're not really... They might not care about the Roddy Ricch album that dropped.
Right.
They might still want to hear the old game, or they still want to hear Blueface, or, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like it's 2 different scenes. So it's like you have to be aware of that. Like, there might be a song that I could play on Tuesday, that play on Saturday that's gonna be crickets.
Right.
Yep.
And on Tuesday, it's like the biggest shit.
Yeah.
Saturday, it's like, what are you playing?
We don't know this.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not on my
So,
playlist.
yeah, you have to know. You have to be aware of that too. Like, not everybody has that mentality. It's like, all right, some people are just gonna, this is my set. I'm gonna go play this no matter where, who's in the room. Like, I don't do that.
Right.
I'm always curious to know what touring DJs, what DJs that DJ for artists, when you outside of America, because we all know what you're gonna do with Dolla Sign in America, but when you, I don't know, pick a country in Europe, when you go and do an after party there, are you catering to what what makes Ty comfortable and interested, or are you catering to what the club wants, the people, what the club is known for?
I'm gonna cater to the club first, because then once Ty comes on with me, then I could do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Or if he wants to hear Gunna Hot,
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it for him while he's there, because
Gotcha.
I could just get on the mic like, yo, Ty wants to hear this.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, that's the little opening to that.
Yep.
Like, he might want to hear 5 songs in a row, and there might be LA songs
Mhm.
that they don't know. But the fact that he's there, they're more intrigued by it, because
Yeah.
these are the songs he wants to hear.
Yeah.
Right.
So you kind of want to, at the same time, you might want to come back and be able to DJ at that club. So you don't want to stray too far away
Yeah.
from what they're doing. Because, you know, it's like when you DJ for artists, when you go do these clubs end up trying to tap in with you,
Yeah.
try to come have you back. So you kind of want to be aware of that. Like, you don't want to be too far off where you're like, the owner's coming up to you like, yo, what are you doing?
You want to show versatility. You want to show that
Yeah,
you
of
can
course. You wanna show
you're
versatility.
more than just this
Yeah.
hip hop lane.
And you know, like I said, you just don't want to scare away business.
Right.
It's like, you don't want to do a me, go to fucking Pure, try to play EDM or this fucking Vegas shit, and it's a hip hop club. Like, that's still the biggest learning lesson to this.
Oh, you're talking about poetry.
Yeah, poetry.
Oh, it was
you
like
wanna
Pure.
Go, yeah, like, come on, man. Yeah, my bad,
Yeah,
poetry.
yeah.
But like, you don't want to go do a me. Where it's
Yeah.
like, you
Yeah.
think you're going to have this amazing set, and that's not what the club wants. Like,
Right.
So without getting too deep into your story, but that, you know, that was 10 years ago. So you've been doing it for a good amount of time now.
yeah.
You're originally from what area? You're from LA,
I was born in the
Greater
Valley, then
LA.
I moved to Palmdale.
Palmdale.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, is that
It's
where
like
you
a-
Shout out
started?
Paul George.
Palm Hell. It's a hell.
Palm hell.
I always say, I used to say, if you can make it in Palmdale, you can make it anywhere in the world. And it's like, there was just so much negativity.
Gotcha.
As far as like, people didn't want to see you doing good. People didn't want to see your parties be successful. Like, people just wanted to see you down.
Right.
So I was just like, I use that as motivation. Like, man, if I can make it from Palmdale, like, I'm good. Like, if
Yeah.
I can make it out of here, I'm gonna be all right.
And is that where you got your start DJing? Like
Yeah,
your first experiences?
First experience is like turntables, everything. And like, we'd come out here to Melrose in San Fernando. It's like a little record store. Trying to think of the name of the stores on San Fernando, but we'd come every weekend, buy records every weekend.
Backside.
What's it called?
That's in
Backside
Burbank.
Records.
On Burbank? No, you San
But
Fernando.
it's on
That's
San
San
Fernando
San
Road.
Fernando City.
It was the San Fernando, San Fernando the city. Like,
I got you.
damn, I wish
I forgot the name of some of those spots too, but I remember back
Yeah,
in
but like, I would come out here and like, just put in work. But yeah, Palmdale, that was the training ground. Like, we'd bring all the culture from the Valley, LA to Palmdale,
right.
and just mesh it in. And like, we wanted to be known in the area for like being that guy. Like,
Right.
this is my, like, you come to Palmdale, it's like, this is our shit.
Right. And so fast forward a little bit, you were basically a reality show star as well.
Man.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were known for that one line. Forgot about that.
Notice I really I've never ever talk about that.
Yeah, you don't push that.
I never have.
Which I understand.
Even at that moment when it was going on, I try not to like dab
Right.
into that.
Right.
Because I never wanted to pigeonhole myself. Like, you ever seen somebody that's like a reality star and they'd be like, oh, that's the blah, blah, blah guy. Like, I never wanted
You
Yeah.
didn't want to fall in that bubble.
Right.
Never.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot, so it's working with me.
Perfect. Like, that was a goal. Like,
Until you brought it, I was like, "Oh shit, that's right."
you never hear me bring it up.
I just
Yeah.
want to bring it up just for the sake
It's
of
just
the,
not something
of
like
some-
I was like, oh yeah, I'm fucking.
You
Yeah.
don't want to hang your hat on.
No.
You don't want to tell your kids about it.
I had the plan of like being
That's
who
not
I
daddy.
am and what
Someone
I want
else.
to do. And I was focused. Like,
Right.
even like working with artists, I try not to let that overshadow me, because I did at one point. Like, when you work with an artist, you don't want to just be known as, hey, that's Ray J's DJ, that's LMFL's DJ. You want to be known as that's DJcityTV. He also DJs for, or you know what I mean? Like,
Gotcha.
you want to have
Makes
that
sense.
respect where it's not like they don't even know my name. It's not, oh, that's Ty Dolla Sign DJ. Like,
Right.
I'll try to work hard to not fall into that.
I think you do a really good job about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if people are still hanging on to that, there's something wrong with them.
No, but not only that, but
There's no need to
also
bring
maybe
that
I'm
up,
not
you know?
working hard enough. You know, that's how I look at it, because
Like
the
that.
radio thing taught me, like, at first it was like I would just wait to see what his schedule's like, what their calendar's like.
Yep.
Right.
I would put my whole career aside.
Yeah.
Got you.
You
to
got
just
it.
be like, all right, if they have a show, what's that? But then when that ended, I was like, what am I gonna do? I didn't know what I was gonna do.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just be Dre Sinatra for 2 years. I'm not gonna DJ for no artist.
Right.
I'm gonna just build my brand, be in every club, as many clubs as possible.
Right.
And that's how I built my name back up. And when I did that, that's how I met Ty.
Yeah.
I like Ty's music, and I told him, I was like, yo, I'm a DJ for you. I told him, like, he didn't ask me. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna DJ for you.
Right.
I knew he was gonna go. So I was like, you don't have an option, bro. Like, whoever's DJing for you, sit. Like, I really told him that. Like,
Yeah.
it's not no more. Like, your DJ, tell him he's good.
He's
Like, for real, like, that's it.
And is that pre-Tooted and Booted, or is that like right around that time?
It's like right around that time.
Right.
It's like when he dropped All Star,
Okay.
like his first single project.
I think I made like a very terrible edit of that song.
those mixtapes were fire.
Man.
Those early
Yeah.
Ty
Yo,
mixes,
Beach
like,
Club is the best shit.
Yeah, like
yeah, Beach Club
Birthday.
was fire.
Beach House. But
And
Beach House
I'm,
was-
and I,
excuse me.
yeah, Beach House. And I think we're all on the same page. We're like, why isn't this dude signed? Like, what's going on? Like, this dude's so talented.
yeah, I met him right before the Taylor Gang shit. And like, he was gonna sign to Jeezy. He was asking me, like, who do you think I should sign to, Jeezy or Wiz? And at the time, I was like, whoever wants to fuck with you more. Like,
Right.
Yeah,
and then the Wiz thing happened, and we was gone after that.
I remember that.
yeah.
That's what's up.
So,
So I gotta ask. You toured. You do probably the best spots in LA or shit in the States in general. What made you want to get into radio? Because
It just happened. Like, I was just telling myself, like, radio's good if you're in the beginning or the end. And like, it just happened. Like, they started a station. One day I woke up, my phone was blowing up. Like, I had calls and texts, DMs from hella people. And they're like, there's this radio station. I had seen it on Facebook, but
yeah,
I thought I missed out. I'm like, damn, I didn't get on it. And then all of a sudden, one day, my phone, I went to a Chris Brown concert. I seen the homie Fuzzy. He's like, yeah, come by tomorrow. And after that, I went, met with my boss, was like the most powerful guy in urban radio. And everyone was like, you should work with him. You should work with him. I had no desire to do radio. Like, because I toured, traveled.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because most cats do radio to get that exposure, and it seemed like you didn't necessarily need it
For
at
me,
that
when I
time.
went to do it, like, they asked me, they're like, what do you want to do? And I said, look, I can't commit myself 100%. I would say, if I could pre-record my stuff and you accept me being on the road, I'll do it. And they said, it's cool. So
Yeah.
once they gave me that green light, I was like, I'm all the way in.
And you're still there now, right?
Yeah, I'm still there now.
In the shows.
Yeah.
I think there's so many benefits to DJing on the radio. Even today, when people are saying it's dying, I think someone like in your position, and especially now you're getting into producing, you can build these relationships. I know you've built relationships through Ty, but you can build them outside of Ty.
absolutely.
And the managers will come knocking on your door because they want their artist stuff played. And then there's going to be a time where you're going to be like, all right, well, this is what I'm doing. Can you guys help me with this? Or can we get an artist here?
Yeah, like
So I think you're in a great position if you haven't utilized those tools already
Oh, for
to
sure.
cash in, you know?
Sure. Like I said, my boss, he controls iHeart Urban. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to work with and just be under his wing and like just see what he does. Like, I like to soak up game from like the best in the game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, to me, I didn't go to college, but that's like my college. It's like, I go work with him, see what he does. But then I also have, like you said, I have that network now. When I drop a record, my boss has the power to say, you know what, we're going to add this into all the stations. So that
Yeah.
was like the most important thing to me as far as taking that in. It's still a big platform. Like, radio's free.
Yeah.
Terrestrial radio is free.
And iHeart's you know,
Yeah, you know what I mean?
pushing
It's
it. So
they're
that's
killing it.
a big
Yeah, and that- and
opportunity.
shit, the real came in and smashed everybody.
I mean, I wish I would have came in the radio shit when they were still getting records.
Oh,
like the shit.
Oh yeah.
Getting records in the mail was the shit, but I still take
I
it.
remember back in the day with me, and I think Danger would come too to these mixer meetings that you'd get invited to.
I did one at Power.
Yeah.
I did two.
You'd pull up and they'd have food, and we were just like,
try to wine and dine your food.
yeah, exactly.
Have the artists come in and
Until they realized that dudes were just sneaking in to get the free food.
That one experience, you know what I remember? Remember who's that? Mr. Chalk was hosting the mix, the situation, and who's that one guy, that Bentley Farnsworth? Mm-hmm. He put out a single, and Chalk's like, "Well, here's a single from the homie," like from the, because he was a homie to everybody. Like the homie's trying to rap now, so we played it, and we were like, "Oh shit!" It was rough for that one listen. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, like, the artists want to know the feedback, and like some DJs are just afraid to tell them, like, "Yo, this ain't it."
Right.
Like, I'm very direct. Like, this ain't it.
Yeah, I think that's important, especially today, because if you keep hitting them with like you're on to something or it's close and you're not direct, I think number one, your word isn't worth much, right? Yeah. So when you do give them that stamp, it's like, damn, like it took me a while to get that. Now I know he's for real about it.
Yeah.
And and then it's hard for them to like go back and suck it up and figure it out, and like fix something about it.
I'm sure y'all get offers, like y'all ever get offers to like, "Yo, play this song. I got $20 for you."
Yeah.
All the time. Like, y'all ever do that? Like, do you ever actually play the song?
I did it once, and he was there a long time ago. This guy offered me $400 to play his.
You played it
to play his single. It was an EDM song. And remember that?
Were we in Vegas?
No, we were in Orange County, Yost Theater.
Oh,
and he paid me $400, and I told Alex Dream, shout out to him. I said, "Yo, man, this dude wants me to play single." He's just like, "All right, man, you better take me to lunch," because he knew it was like you don't know what to expect. And I played it; it was so bad. But this dude was like, "Yeah." He was jumping up and down. So he slid me $400 just to play his song. And then I paid Rell $100 to get my check from the evening. I came up. I don't know how you finessed that, but he gave me.
I walked up to him. People threatened by me. They see a black dude. They're like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Yo, my man, he hit
You
check."
the body. That was the bodyguard.
Yeah, pretty much just what it was. It happened to me at Playhouse. I was closing that Playhouse one night, and this dude walked over to me, and Joelle was the stage manager at the time, and I was like, "Yo, this dude is offering me money to play the track." She was like, "You can do whatever you want to do. Just get your money." I was like, "Fuck it." Yeah. There was nobody there, so that's why I played it, because it was barely. Everyone was pretty much on their way out. It was 2:30, 2:35. So I was like, "All right."
And it was his record.
It was his record.
I've told people there's not even a price. Sometimes, like, there's not a price you can even give me right now. Like,
to play your shit.
For real. Like, sometimes it's not worth it.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not worth losing the vibe. Like,
absolutely.
You could be in the club. It could be Futures there, Dolla Sign, Kanye West, and somebody's like, "Yo, how much to play my song?" There's no price, man.
It's not.
I got 1,000. Sorry, bro. 2,000.
Yeah, I think the situations now, or the clubs now, especially hip hop clubs, are a little bit more serious in regards to what you play. Like, you can't just slide in some bullshit anymore. Like, every track is accounted for, because it just represents the moment and setting the vibe. And now you're messing with their money if they're like, "Man, I was gonna buy a bottle, but something threw me off," and you probably connect it back to that track.
Just think about being an average person and you listen to these songs and you hear like one song that just absolutely makes no sense.
Yeah.
Right.
No rhyme or reason. Like, this is somebody's friend, or this is somebody's cousin. Like, I'm not trying to be that DJ. Like, that's one thing I notice about these DJs. Like, they get influenced. They got these people either slipping them money, or they got these record promoters that come in there and they take advantage of like the opening DJ, like, "Yo, play this song," and they record them.
Right.
Playing this.
Yeah.
Playing the song is like, I tell them, you're not even doing them a favor, because if you don't like the song, you're not helping them.
Yeah.
You're just lying to them. Then they're going to go back to the boss and be like, "Look, these DJs are playing a song, but that's not real."
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, it's got to be genuine. Like, I tell these cats all the time, like, if I fuck with your music, I'm going to play it. You don't got to give me money. You don't got to do anything. If I just genuinely like the song, I'm going to play it. But if I don't like it, I'm not going to play it.
And also, we're not going to sit there and listen to it in that moment to see if we like it.
Exactly. Or somebody comes and be like, "Yo, I got this song. It's not mixed or mastered." It's like, And why the fuck do I want to play?
But can you play it so I can hear it out loud?
People always think that's gonna win you over.
Should have came during sound check.
People always think that's gonna win you over. Like, yo,
Nah, you know what it is?
It's
that
fresh out the studio. Like, it's not even mix and match. Like, so why are you bringing it to me?
Exactly. They shit sound fucked up, so they want to say it's not mix and master. They be like, yo.
No, but there's some people that actually think that that's gonna make it better for you to be like, oh, it's exclusive. Like, it's not mix and match. I'm gonna play it now.
Like, it's freshly hot off the presses.
Like, no, dog, that's not what I want to do. Right now.
Man.
Like, no, that's not the vibe.
In a sense, that works with touring with certain artists as well. You ever get approached to tour with an artist that you didn't fuck with that artist's music, and you're just like,
absolutely,
and you're just like, nah, I can't do it.
Absolutely, it's happened a couple of times. Like one of the artists I worked with, I'm not gonna say his name, but I worked with an artist I hated, and like I stopped working with him because I couldn't be around him. Like I was like, I'm.
You hated him or his music?
I hated both. I'm not gonna say who it is, but I just did not fuck with him.
You ain't cool to me. You ain't the measuring stick of what street.
Nothing, bro. Like, I couldn't do it. Like, bro, like you're a loser. Like,
oh my God.
And the crazy thing is, it's one and done.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a wrap. Grand opening, grand closing.
I've ever walked away from.
Hey.
But that's how you get taken serious in this business, because people are going to talk and they're like, well, come correct to this guy.
No, absolutely. It's like, you can't just co-sign everything and show everybody love. It's like, that's how you water yourself down. Like going back to playing a song in the club, like if I play everybody's music, there's music from artists that I manage or artists that we deal with, like I don't even play their music. Like you might be my boy, but if it's not fire, if it's not gonna benefit the club, why am I gonna play it?
Right. Or if the moment needs it. Right?
Yeah, like, you know what I mean?
You're
It's
not gonna
like,
force it in there.
yeah, I would love to, play the song so you could record it for your IG, but it's not real.
Right.
It's not organic.
It's not, this isn't what I would really be doing.
Right.
Yeah.
It has to be real, like, all right, I'm gonna play your shit because I really like it.
You know, it's crazy. I had a situation with a DJ that will stay nameless in the situation, but he was really pushing this record. And the artist happened to be in the room. And he was like, I don't know if he was trying to break the record or what it was, but he just kept running it and running it and running it. And it felt just like a little over the top, and then, and he opened for me. And then I get a text later from one of my boys who knows the artist. And he's like, yo, like, what was up with that? He's like, that's just a throwaway record. I don't even like that record. And it was being blasted. He's like, it made him feel uncomfortable. And I was like, damn, like, sometimes, there's stuff that you like requirements you have to fulfill in a project and it's just there. And so I think that's also part of it, the relationship with the artist and understanding what you want to push out. But
a lot of these artists don't even like the music played in the club.
I was just about to say that because everyone's looking at them now. They, now they feel like they got to do some, but then a lot of them are just like,
I said, perform, motherfucker.
Cool.
It's different if you're an artist that makes like club music, right? Like if you're a Drake, like this, and he's in the club, you got to play because 9 out of 10 times he's got hot music,
exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Like let's just say, and this is like, I'm not even talking crazy about J. Cole because I actually love J. Cole's music, but he came into the club one time and the promoter's like, yo, play some J. Cole. I'm like, yo, bro, J. Cole doesn't make club music like that. Like, as much as I would love to play J. Cole music, like, I'm not going to do it.
Right.
And like, they kept coming up all night, like, play J. Cole. I'm like, bro, I don't play J. Cole on my regular night.
Right.
Going back to, it's like, if I had to play J. Cole right now, I'd feel like a fraud and I would look like a fraud.
Right.
That's not what I really do.
Right.
I don't play J. Cole records. Maybe if I'm smoking a blunt in the whip,
exactly.
I'm playing J. Cole.
Right.
When I'm in the club, I'm not about to play this song. It was just force the situation in general. And sometimes they respect that more.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I respect that. Like, appreciate you.
Absolutely.
I've got that. Thank you. Like, thank you, bro. Like, I just want to just hang out. I don't want to be blowing up. I don't want to hear a J. Cole set 20 minutes long. It's like, man, I respect that.
Right.
And sometimes they just want to hear other people's shit. Like, I just want to see what's popping in the club.
To see what's actually going on. Like, they're coming to tap in. Like, all right, what's going on in the music scene?
Right.
It's like when J. Cole came out, that's what I felt like. I felt like he didn't come for me to play his music. I felt like he came out that night just to hear what's really going on in the club.
That makes sense.
About 8-9 years ago, we had Party Rock Wednesdays at Dre's in Hollywood. And we had Sprite a long time ago. Sprite was DJing. Shout out to him. Prince was in the building.
Wow.
And
Movie.
and this promoter says, reach over and he's like snapping at me, tell him to play Prince. Tell him to play Prince. I was like, hey, Sprite, they want you to play Prince. Sprite, without hesitation, I don't give a fuck what they want me to play. You think Prince wants to hear Prince right now? I was like, hey man, don't kill the messenger. Like, I know he wasn't snapping at me, but
Did he end up playing the Prince?
Huh?
Did he end up playing Prince?
I don't think so. He didn't. Sprite was over that Hollywood BS. Like he didn't care if he wasn't going to get a call back because he didn't play Prince. But around that same time, remember Wonderland, the club?
Yeah, of course.
Rihanna was there, and they played her song, and she sat there with the biggest resting bitch face I've ever seen. She didn't give a fuck. But then it's like, she was probably more uncomfortable because she was centered and the lights were on her.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Yo, Rihanna, one time she came into the club in Hollywood. I'm talking about, this is Connie days. She was in the club at 10 p.m. because I was one of the openers. I didn't even know. She was literally standing behind me for 3 hours. She put like a little floral regular dress. She probably had no extensions, nothing. I'm talking about, she made herself look so downplayed.
Basic?
I didn't even know. Yo, for like the whole night, I went to after hours after the club. So I happened to like look. I was like, wait, you're Rihanna? You were behind me the whole time? She's like, yeah, like she was just there. I'm talking about, she didn't want with nobody. No security,
she
no
just wanted to
friend,
step out.
by herself.
By herself.
Drinking a Corona. She had I wish I had this picture. She had the most basic flower dress. Like, she just was in there catching a vibe.
Yeah.
Like, some of these cats just want to have a good time. Like, you don't want to blow up their spot.
Yeah.
She wouldn't be able to pull that
But
off.
it blew my mind because just Rihanna's like, bruh, how did nobody in the club knew?
Right.
Like, literally.
That's crazy.
But that's what's great about industry nights in Hollywood, where the artists, actors, celebrities will step out on industry nights because everyone everyone gets it for the most part. I know you get a lot of people from out of town, but for the most part, everyone gets and they leave you be. Like, but on weekends, I was always told coming up as a DJ, celebrities don't go out on the weekends.
Absolutely not.
Because it's like
It's a
amateur
fucking
hour
madhouse,
and
yeah.
people don't know how to act.
That's
and
the weekend war shit we were talking about.
exactly.
Like,
So if I'm gonna go out, it's gonna be a Tuesday
a
where
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
and especially now where these hip hop nights are dark, like the lights are real dim, so you almost can't tell who's there unless you're, within a certain range.
No, that's real.
Yeah.
There's I've gone out with you a good amount of times now, and there's I think there's definitely one record, but there might be like two records that you've played almost every time I've gone out with you. The one that sticks out is obviously the one with Kanye.
Come on, man, we need that.
With the Ty and Kanye?
Yes. So I know everybody's waiting on an album.
I've been waiting too. I'm actually going to the studio right after this too.
Okay.
Just to go check in.
Where we at?
We done yet?
'Cause we got a lot of records. Like, we're sending records with like
I would think so.
with Roddy Ricch, Rick Ross.
Isn't there one with Skrillex? Or did that one come out?
Skrillex, he did production on that.
Okay.
With Kanye, but
Oh, look at that.
who else? Anderson .Paak. I'm talking about like, one thing about Ty, like he's the feature king, so everybody but God is pretty much on the album.
Everybody but God.
No, he's probably on the album too now.
God,
Ye just got to prove it.
man, God's cousin.
He just did a feature with God.
Yeah. Maybe they linked that up.
So, any hints other than, is there like a time frame? Is it just kind of going to organically happen?
You didn't hear this from me, but potentially right now we have our eyes and ears set on February.
Okay.
Okay.
February. You know
Okay.
what I mean? New Year, we're supposed to drop, but one thing about like these artists is like when their creativity is going,
Right.
sometimes I don't know when to stop or
Right.
just keep going and going. So we kind of set the mark for February. We just don't want to limit ourselves.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like you're always cooking. They're always cooking. Like
Right.
one thing about a lot of these artists, the last couple songs end up being like the one.
Right.
Right.
That one's like,
Right.
oh, this is the last song.
Right.
Ends up being it. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like this internal thing where like these artists know. Right. They
Right.
just get that feeling like, this is it.
Yeah.
Some do better under pressure.
Yeah, some do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now that the record with Kanye, like every time he's played it, it's a vibe, man. Like it's just a cool little What's the name of the record?
It's
Or
called
is there a final
Ego
name?
Death. Ego Death. And one thing about the Kanye thing too is like, it's a touchy subject too, because even when he just did this last album, like they're blowing me up on my phone trying to get Todd to recut these records because some of these records were supposed to be on the Yandi album.
Gotcha.
For the this last album he put out, the gospel thing,
The
right?
Jesus King.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of those records were on the
On Yandi.
Yandi,
Okay.
but then they ended up rewriting the songs
Yeah.
to fit the gospel thing.
Right.
So it's like being involved behind the scenes, that was kind of crazy because like I started getting these calls and texts like, we need these verses. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, why are they calling me? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Why are they hitting me up? So it's just crazy just to see how that whole process worked too. Like even some of these artists getting taken off the songs.
Right.
Like the song that Ye and Kanye did on the gospel album originally had XXX, Kid Cudi, and it's XXX, Kid Cudi, Kanye, Todd. They took them off.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Like I still got the version somewhere.
Right.
This shit's fire.
All right.
Super fire. I'm gonna let y'all hear that one. Let y'all
Off the
that
mic.
shit.
Off
We'll
the
take that. Yeah,
off the
exactly.
record, you know what I mean?
Did Ty have a close relationship with who just passed away? Juice
WRLD.
Did Ty have a relationship with him?
Not that I know. Juice WRLD's a little bit young.
I'm surprised they haven't done they haven't connected on some
our
music.
condolences too, because
Rest in peace.
we were close with Bibby, who he signed to, but
Okay.
we never really got to work with him or whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, R.I.P. man.
It's
That's
kind of sad, all these people.
it's tough,
just
man.
Yeah.
Young guys.
Yeah.
So
21, 26.
it's nuts, man.
It's crazy.
Sad.
You got anything coming up in the works? Production, shows?
Production.
People need to hear.
That's where I gotta focus. So
Yeah.
Is your production gonna be on Ty's album?
Or any
I don't have
any
production,
artist.
but I have on the album. I have scratches on there.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll take that.
But
We'll get the check for that.
my goal is to actually put out music this coming year. I've been just waiting because, there's like so many DJs putting out music.
Yeah.
Timing.
It's like, the timing and just having the right song. Like, to me, the right song is everything.
Right.
So I want to do something with Todd. I just started making beats again. So a lot of people have just been motivating me like, man, that's cool if you go get like a beat from such and such, but you actually making the beat,
Right.
it's just going to be like
Yeah.
the shit for you.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm focusing. Like me and him talked about it, 2014 about making
2014.
And
Yeah, we
last
were in a
night,
club
actually-
talking about it.
beats. Last night I actually sat down, finished the song. Like I was up
Yeah.
till 9 in the morning,
There you go.
from like 10 p.m. to 9 in the morning.
Do you have any other musical background besides DJ?
Now I wanted to play drums and piano. My parents didn't let me.
Why not?
Just let me play. They're just like the drums were too fucking
Wanted you
loud.
to keep it down.
Yeah, I want to do the drums too.
Yeah, like they just didn't let me. So it's like, all right. They wanted me to play guitar. It just wasn't my thing. Like I wasn't
Right.
good at it.
Right.
I sucked.
They want you to do a little.
Yeah,
Couple,
like
like-
so I just ended up DJing. Like I got 2 tape decks, put the shit together. And now we here.
No,
You could have been
the
you could have been
podcast.
Coco before Coco. Shit, man.
Wow.
I'm not gonna say it's racist.
Oh, he's Salvadorian.
Stereotyping.
Nah, I'm Mexican.
Mexican. Okay, then I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I'm on par.
You're sorry, right?
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Boss.
Mickey like slowly. I mean, not slowly. He like low key hangs out with Salvi, so it's like I gotta check in on that.
He's a legend. And I don't know if
Night
you
Train
ever told the
Salvi,
story
right?
about the Vampiro for his birthday. I wish I would have known you.
Oh yeah.
At
What
that
happened?
time.
You probably were there. It was like my 19th birthday or something.
I
like
was
that.
here about this legendary birthday.
Yeah. So shout out to Don Ramon, my pops. He's a real estate agent, and one of his clients is Vampiro, who was a guitarist for Maná.
Mana, that's
And
right.
then he like played the guitar and sang from my happy
Yeah.
birthday.
No shit.
That's big.
That's before I knew you.
That's
Yeah.
that's big, bro. I've never even had a
It was
birthday.
right before you.
I think it was like right before.
Right
Yeah.
before, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize. Like, and then when I told him, he's like, "What?"
I'm like, that's legendary.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, it was cool.
I want to ask y'all a question.
Okay.
Craziest, most memorable moment ever just being in like a DJ.
I'm gonna go last.
Like one that was like, wow, this shit is like,
I don't know if this is the most, but it jumps out right now. 2011, It was my first time touring outside the States. So I was in Australia. And I wasn't the tour DJ for LMFAO, but I was a Party Rock DJ, so I was affiliated. And after the Stereo Sonic tour, I did a club called Magic City. At that time, the biggest artist in the world was Afrojack and LMFAO, and like a few like David Guetta. There was only a few of them that were like at the top, and LMFAO had headlined Stereo Sonic, so it was a big deal to have them there. They go to the official after party, and then they're like, whatever, we're gonna go support DANGERZONE at Magic City, and the Stereo Sonic people were trying to get me pulled from that slot because they knew LMFAO was gonna go support me and give them the middle finger or give their after party middle finger. But they couldn't do anything about it. I just got off Mood Swing, so Mood Swing couldn't say shit. It was a DJ agency. And I wasn't affiliated or connected to anybody. So what are you going to tell me? You know, we didn't call it the Stereo Sonic After Party either. So the verbiage was right. So in that moment, it was Afrojack in the DJ booth with me and LMFAO. And I'm talking, you know, obviously, again, the biggest artist in the world. And I never experienced anything like that. So I was like, damn, like I couldn't do anything wrong. Like everything I played would just had the place going crazy. Red Food stood next to me the whole time. Afrojack stood next to me the whole time. They're spraying shit. This is when spraying champagne became a thing. Yeah. It was like, oh shit, there's, you know, so they're spraying champagne all over the club. It was just one of those crazy nights.
You can't do the champagne shit no more.
Nah, people get pissed off and look at you sideways.
I don't know if you heard the story, but when the Red Sox...
The Red Sox, yeah, we know about that story.
Yeah, talk about it.
That shit went viral, bro.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you about this fucking story. So I'm a Dodger fan. So, you know, Red Sox beat us fair and square.
Right.
I'm not too salty about it. I'm DJing. They had warned me like, yo, the Red Sox going to come celebrate. I'm like, cool. So they're next to me. They bought... The bar tab ended up being about, with tax and tip, about $500,000.
Right.
So just can imagine how many bottles of champagne. Right. I'm DJ. They start spraying the shit. Like, to me, I'm like, wait, hold on. Now you're being disrespectful. I stop the music. I get on the mic. I'm like upset. I got all my friends on the side, Wiz, Ty, everybody.
Yeah.
Like, pretty much half the club was with me.
Yeah.
At this point. I stopped the music. I'm like, you know what? Like, that's cool. Y'all won a championship, but y'all being disrespectful. Like, y'all just got my whole laptop soaked up. I'm like, I would never go to your clubhouse, start grabbing your bats, touching your baseball gloves, grabbing, you know what I mean? Like, your equipment.
Yeah.
Like, you're just disrespecting me. Like, I don't care how rich you are. I don't care, like, what you do. Like, you're just disrespecting. Like, my laptop is soaking wet, like, literally.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm upset. All my friends start coming like, what's up? What y'all want to do? Like, they want to fight. I'm like, hold on, I got this. So I go back, like, I'm like, look, man, y'all got to fucking buy me a new laptop. So, like, some guy comes out of nowhere, the dude that actually paid for it, he's like, we'll buy you 2 laptops. It's all good.
Yeah.
So they're like, 2 minutes later, they come back with like 2 Magnums. They're like, the Red Sox want you to spray them with champagne as an apology. Yeah. So, you know, I'm like, what? Hell yeah. Start spraying them.
I haven't done this since 2012.
I went crazy. I got a video. There's videos too. I went crazy.
We need to find that video for
the next day too, I hit my manager, like, tell him I need that laptop. I didn't even ask for the second one. I'm just like, you know what? That's why my one laptop.
Yeah.
Make sure it's good. They paid for it. It's on TMZ. Like,
I saw that on TMZ. Yeah.
It was wild. Like, but I was upset. Like, literally, bro. Like,
yeah. Did you have it backed up?
I did. Luckily, I did.
Wow.
I had it backed up, but it was just a principle. Like, bro,
of course,
don't disrespect. This is my workplace. This is my field.
And a lot of people
baseball stadium. You feel me?
A lot of people don't get that. Like, again, thank God those days are over. The spraying champagne, but in that moment, a lot of people, they don't think.
Yeah, like
you go to Europe and they're like spraying. Like, no.
Sometimes you can't replace the shit. You know what I mean? Like you said, like luckily some of us backed up, but there's certain things you can't replace. Like there's no money, there's no value. Like that laptop may only cost $2,000, but the music that you have in there could be priceless.
Or your tags, your organization.
Just everything you have. Like those are my tools. Yeah. So I told him on the mic, like, these are my tools. This is my glove. This is my bat. Now you're fucking with my shit.
Yeah.
That's when my friends got upset.
Right.
Like Ty was the first person, literally like 5 seconds, like, what's up? What we doing? Like, I'm like, chill. Like, because in my mind, I knew what I was doing. Like,
Right.
I'm like, it was a bigger play.
Right.
Just spending $500,000.
Right.
Yeah.
Just think if I fucked up that whole play.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people, like everybody that worked there that day went home with $3,000
Right.
because of tax tip.
Right.
Too.
Everything else,
So if I would have fucked that up for everybody, I'd have been an asshole.
Right.
Yep.
That was that moment where you have to humble yourself.
Yeah.
But you still have
It's
to
bigger
prove a
than
point.
you, yeah.
Yeah, you still have to prove a point because so many people came up to me after that night like, yo, I fuck with you for that.
Right.
Because, you know what I mean, we handled it the right way. Could have gone another way.
I think that stands out also at Penthouse. I think somebody did ask you to play their record and you kind of like, you stopped the music and you put it like, yo, like this is not the place.
This is BET.
Hear me loud and hear me clear.
I remember that.
Weekend, as a matter of
Dre
fact.
really just stops the music and did a public service announcement like, yo, you are not coming into my house and telling me what to play.
Because it was out of towners, bro.
Got
like
you.
the out of towners coming here like, play this,
Bro.
play that. I'm like, bro.
We stay away from Hollywood BET weekend and all those like Grammy week, all
I'm
that.
getting paid.
Them parties
Unless
be
you
the
getting
artist
paid.
because everybody's an artist or everybody's,
Right.
you know, everybody's like somebody.
Connected to an
or trying
artist,
to be
yeah.
somebody. Or everybody has an artist. So it's
Everybody's a manager.
like, at that point I was just like, man, you know what? I'm not playing your fucking music. Like, don't come up here with that shit. Like, no, stop that shit. Like,
Yeah.
unless you're such and such, I'm not playing your music. Or sometimes there's people that be like, yo, play my song. I'll be like, all right, where's the song? You don't got it? Nah. You got it? Nah. It's like, wait, it's your song. If you don't have your own song,
Right.
how the fuck you expect me to have your song?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the artist doesn't even have their song.
Right. Just assumes. that
Just
you
think
got-
about how crazy that sounds.
Yeah.
If you're MikiWAR the rapper and you come to ask me to play a song,
Right.
but you don't even have your song.
Right.
Make no sense.
No fucking sense.
It's kind of arrogant because you're just assuming I went out and downloaded your shit
Facts.
Bro, that's just
without the
or
mixtape
yo, play it
tags
through
on
my
it.
play it on my phone. That was Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner did that. Play my song on the phone. I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
Here's
Bruh.
here's
You got the aux?
Yeah.
Oh no, we Bluetooth. We got.
yo, come on, bro. That's one of those, bro.
But before we wrap it up, y'all remember your moment in your time
I mean,
DJing?
On a smaller scale, probably for me, it was shit, man. It was a minute ago. It was a New Year's Eve party. These cats booked me some penthouse shit downtown. I was still on vinyl. I was still DJing on vinyl. At the time, it was like when Jim Jones' We Fly High was the shit. That was the song. And if I started or whatever, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock for them, I was spun for them till 5 a.m. And I had 3 crates of records thinking that I'm only going to spend maybe 2-3 hours. Once midnight hit, they was probably going to go else and do some other shit.
Yeah.
They were just like, nah, they had more females pull up, more alcohol pull up. And they had me run that track probably minimum 10, 12 times throughout the night. I appreciated that a little bit more than the bigger shit that I've done.
Yeah.
Because it was intimate. It was just like, damn, like these niggas is really turning up right now on some just like, yo, we just want to have a good time. And they was just throwing me. They were like, listen, whatever we got to pay you for you to stay here, we got you. I was like, all right, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg, but if that's what you want to do, let's do it. And I said, understand, I got 3 crates of records, so y'all going to hear the same shit a lot. They were like, everything you got is what we need.
Right.
Cool.
At that point, they don't care if you play Jim Jones for 5 hours.
Exactly.
Like,
And so at that point, it was, I had an appreciation for it, man. Like just to be able to do some shit, at that time, a small category of records to play. And it's just people that just wanted to have a good time, man. Like I appreciate those smaller parties than, the
I always
big
tell
shit.
people that like the smaller shit's the shit you remember because it's more intimate.
Exactly.
You can actually lock eyes with people. Like,
exactly. You
when
can
there's
connect with them.
20,000 people, it's like you don't really feel that connection. Like I get more nervous DJing for 20 people than I do for 20,000 people.
Exactly. Right. And at that time I was single, so I had all these bitches surrounding me and shit. So it was cool.
When he
You
was
were in a music video, huh?
No, when he was singing.
Keyword. I'll say mine real quick. I have to split them up because it is kind of 2 different moments, 2 different scenarios. But Away from the club, I would probably say it was when we had Z-Trip on the MikiDz Show the first time.
Oh, shit.
yeah, that was a big move.
And it was kind of like a staple moment for the show. Outside of like the other great guests we've had.
Right.
But he put me on the spot, I think towards the end of his set or towards the end of my set. But like he got on and he started drumming and then like looking at me to like scratch while he's drumming. And I'm just like, yo, it's fucking Z-Trip. Like drumming some shit while I have to like put my mediocre cuts over it. And it was, you know, by far like one of the standout moments. And then I'll say even more recently, you know, I stepped away from DJing for like, I don't know how many years, like trying to build this business. And when I did Avenue for the first time to do the Mag Park 4-year anniversary,
Yeah.
Had a lot of hype too.
it meant a lot
Yeah.
to me. You know what I mean? Because number one, I finally felt comfortable. Like I thought for a long time there, I was like kind of like on a rocky road, like trying to find my flow again.
Yeah.
And then two, like it's a premier venue that I even had guys walk up to me like, "Oh, who are you covering?" I'm like, "Nah, it's my party." Like,
I remember you hit me too, like, what's your flow? I'm like, bro, just do you.
yeah, I asked him for real. Like, I'm like, bro, I'm in my head. So like, pause. I was like, I'm overthinking it. You know?
Yeah.
I told you, he's like, dude, just do what you think you want to do. And it went over well and it led into more stuff. But I think that stood out to me because it finally felt like I caught like a flow.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that'd be
Right
it.
on.
Before we go though, I do have to ask Dre something.
What's up?
Eh.
What about it?
Where did that derive from?
That derives from, all right, so I hang out with DJ friends, and right, so we have like our little lingo, and like we have like our
Like
little
pig
saying.
Latin?
Yeah, we have our little sayings. But he actually got it because you know I give him the credit for it. He actually got it from Belly.
Okay.
What was the dude that died? The little
The Jamaican cat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in one of the scenes where he's like, "You want to rump?" There's a part where he goes, "Eh." So like that's what we got.
The number one
That's where it
bomb.
comes from.
Yeah.
You just brought that back.
Yep.
And then lastly, you did such a great job about this organically, but resting your straw.
Resting my straw.
When was the
guys.
first time you rested your straw?
It was when they started doing the
When
paper
they even
joints,
start
right?
giving those damn paper straws,
Yeah.
and they just started getting soggy. I'm like, bruh,
This
there's
is
gotta be a way. There's gotta be something. Like, there's gotta be a straw holder. So
right.
it's like, fuck it, I'm gonna just rest my straw.
Right.
We're gonna save the fish. And we're here. I'm about to make some straws and give them out too.
Hey, there you
That's
go.
where it's at.
I'm about to make it
Marketing,
Dre
baby.
Sinatra custom straws.
Yeah, there you go.
Rest your straw.
Brandon.
Eh?
There it is.
Well, shoot, man, on that note, I
Yeah.
think we're pretty much wrapped up here.
Yes, sir.
What
Hey, man, we
episode?
appreciate you, man.
I appreciate
For real,
it.
for real.
Yeah,
Thanks
yeah.
for being here, bro.
We could talk story. You know, this is bruh.
I know. I feel like we're still. There's
I'm
still
proud
so
of
much
y'all
more
too.
we could
I'm
do.
really proud of y'all too doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like an important platform for the DJs, upcoming DJs too. Like one thing y'all probably don't realize is there's gonna be a DJ who hears this podcast that's gonna inspire them.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like y'all inspiring the next generation of DJs. Like they're gonna learn from y'all. That's like one thing I wanted to come do is this podcast because like I just tweeted the other day like one thing I want to do is be a good big homie to the next DJs coming
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember the DJs before me. There was some that showed love,
Right.
and there were some that were assholes.
Right.
It's like I don't want to be that asshole to the
Right.
next generation. It's like we got to pay it forward.
Respect.
Absolutely,
y'all,
man.
man.
Well
You ain't
said,
part of
very
the
well
solution,
said.
you part of the problem.
Pay it forward.
All right. Well, that does it for us. Episode 24. Do not forget to share, tag, post us. Make sure
sir.
to at Dre Sinatra.
Yeah.
Catch him
Yeah.
on Twitter. He's hilarious.
Yeah, Twitter. I'll be
Yeah.
talking reckless.
Yo, he reposts and replies to a lot of fucking people, and that shit has me weak.
I'm about to suspend myself on Twitter too for like a week. So
Oh, you just follow. You'll see all the fun stuff that goes on.
Yeah.
And catch up with him there. Make sure you check us out.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you guys tuning in. Shout out to DJ City. Shout out to Beat Source.
Yes, sir.
We are out of here.
Yes.